Every day when I wake up, the first thing I do is thank God for another day of life. The grass is greener, the sky is bluer. You know, my kids are prettier. You know, I have 5 kids, and I'm the most blessed man that's walking on the face of this earth.
Sitting with his daughter, Kara, Richard Brown looks back and marvels that he's a new man, fit, healthy, and just happy that he's able to enjoy time with his kids.
How was your day at school?
Fine, Daddy.
You've got to appreciate every single moment that you've got. You're not guaranteed tomorrow.
Like many of us, Richard hit his 30s and just got lazy. A self-admitted food junkie, he treated his body as if he would live forever.
I would just eat whatever I wanted. Whatever I wanted, when I wanted. I was the kind of guy, wasn't much for breakfast unless it was something like pizza for breakfast. I would drink 6 to 8 Mountain Dews a day, at minimum, at work. I would smoke 3 packs of Marlboros a day. I'm operations supervisor, have a lot of responsibility, work a lot of hours. And you know, you slowly just get into that rut of, I don't have time to eat right, I don't have time to exercise anymore. You know, I used to love to work out, but all that stuff, you know, it just kind of fell by the wayside.
Sound familiar? Richard's friends and coworkers simply reinforced his unhealthy lifestyle.
I got one guy's 400 pounds that works for me right now. They're big guys, so as you progress and go along and you get bigger, you really don't see where you're at because you're around everybody else that's big.
But one night, Richard's excuses stopped him, dead in his tracks.
It was like watching the most scariest horror film you'd ever seen in your life. And I just knew something was wrong.
October 2004, Richard Brown woke up in a cold sweat.
My heart was just pounding so fast and so hard, I literally thought it was going to come out of my chest. I had my wife call 911. I was just sitting here trying not to move, trying to relax, think about the ocean, think about my wife, think about my kids. You know, I began praying, you know, just anything I could do to calm down, try to get my heart rate down.
By the time paramedics arrived, his life was slipping away.
They hooked me up to an EKG, and I'll never forget, you know, they pulled the sheet, and I could just see the look on their faces like, you know, this guy's in serious trouble. I looked at my wife. She was standing right there. And I said, Gina, this is it. I said, I love you. Tell the kids that I love them and hug them.
He was very pale, and he was sweating very bad. And I didn't know what life was going to be like if he wasn't here.
And then I turned to the paramedic, and I said, sir, my heart's getting ready to stop. And as soon as I said that, it was lights out.
I was just screaming. I was in the floor screaming, Daddy, please don't die. Please don't die. No, just, it wouldn't even make sense. Anything was just coming out, just no, no, and just crying hysterically, praying, don't take him away.
Paramedics used all their techniques to bring Richard Brown back to life. As he hovered between this life and the next, his thoughts drifted to his young son, Jack, who was sleeping upstairs.
You know, the only memories he would have been the memories that somebody told him about. It bothers me that I was going to orphan him, and it would have been my fault. He used to tell me, Daddy, please don't smoke, because you're going to die and I'm not going to have a daddy. And when I was riding in the ambulance, that thought came to my mind, how many times he begged me as a little 5-year-old boy.
In the ambulance, Richard's heart stopped for a second time. Once again, paramedics revived him, only at the hospital were doctors able to stabilize him. The next day, Richard's wife, Gina, received a dire warning.
The doctor told me that if he didn't change his life, that he wouldn't be around.
Though he'd come within seconds of dying, Richard now realized he'd been given a second chance, one with a clear message: change today, or maybe never see tomorrow.
And that clicked in my mind, that right there, right then, that if tomorrow came, things were going to be different. For lunch today, I'm going to have a shake a protein shake. I got a real busy day, so I'm gonna have to kind of eat light and fast. After you go through this, I mean, you see things so differently. When I'm out at work, or if I go shopping with Gina or something, I see people so differently. Really, just how out of shape we are. The things that we eat. What in the world are we thinking? We need to stop and reevaluate what we're doing.
Richard immediately embarked on a regular exercise routine
120 over 78.
and completely changed his daily menu, eating smaller portions more frequently throughout the day.
I'm eating more than 6 times usually. I'm always snacking on something. You don't have to starve.
Richard didn't leave his transformation to fate. He took a nutrition class to learn more about cooking healthy foods that are also delicious.
After about 4 to 6 weeks, your taste for salt will be gone away. I use no salt. I really appreciate the natural flavors of the food.
I love this. This is great.
You want me to get you a piece?
Yes, 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 yes.
Well, if being healthy is important to you, you're going to be healthy. And I made that decision that night that I was going to be there for my wife and for my children. So you know what? The last cigarette I had was the cigarette I had before my heart attack. I haven't picked up one since. I no longer eat any red meat, any hamburger, pizzas, those kind of things, because it was important for me to live. And if you make that kind of decision, it's really easy.
Richard employs a wise tool to keep him motivated. He now documents his weekly progress with photographs, images that reflect the story of his remarkable second chance.
This was a turning point in my life, that I was given another chance to, to do it right, to be with my family, to help them, and to be able to help other people. Oh, you're gonna be so big.
I'm just glad that you're still here. I don't know what I would have done without you. It would have been really hard, but it scares me to think that I almost lost you.